The abbot.
The bearers died protecting him, calling upon what little magic they had left in their bodies.
Clive. He's breathing.
We're friends of Martha. We're here to help.
Are the Imperials dead?
They are. Every last one.
If only that were true. The Black Shields will return. The Cullings will continue. Rosaria will never be saved unless we save her. Tell Mother to beg Sid's aid and tell her this wasn't her fault.
I shall.
Sid! Where are you? Sid!
In here! We found a survivor!
Clive. He's gone.
We've laid the abbot to rest, but the bearers, they didn't need...
No, they didn't. They knew the fate that awaited them and chose to meet it on...
Martha said they rose from their beds, threw them...
I've gathered the bearers' remains. We should consign them to the tide.
There's a drawbridge not far from here. If the abbot was still with us, he'd have taken the dust there himself and performed the casting.
I'll do it.
Of course. Cole and I will remain here and see to the...
You think it's spotted us, Torgal? What am I saying? Of course it has. It's a floating Nice try. You didn't see that coming. That must be the bridge. Better already. So shall the waters cleanse thee of thy burden, and bear it out to sea.
And now they are truly free.
I hope so. What of the Imperials?
A pyre was made. It's more than they deserve. We should go back. Cole is worried about Martha.
All right.
We're best off staying where we are for now, I reckon. The boys from the garrison might still be nearby.
No one survived.
I'm sorry. Before he passed,
Doesn't mean I won't. Doesn't mean their blood's not on my hands. Cole said you cast their remains, but it should have been me.
how? You couldn't have known.
But I did. And I turned a deaf ear. The rumours started moons ago. Of black-clad devils. I assumed it was all just nonsense concocted by nothing but a ghost story meant to make folk think twice about lending a hand to...
And in ordinary times, you would have been right. What these Black Shields are doing is unthinkable. Which begs the question, why do it at all? My mother obviously has a hand in this.
And picking what goes on in that woman's head is a job for someone with more time on their hands. Right now, if those Imperials think they can come in here... Oh, before I forget, Astolos, he asked me to tell you that Gav has...
Then we must as well.
We can stay longer.
No need. I'll be ready should the Imperials come calling. Though I wouldn't turn...
Try not to move.
Oi! You handy, course you are. Now, question is, are you willing to...
Chocobo.
You heard me right, and not just any white heart and...
Chocobos.
It's true. Well, go on, then. There's a...
Where can I
I
find?
saw him cut... You save Whiteheart, and don't worry.
I'm sure I...
And good luck.
Whiteheart. That's quite a name for a chocobo. A white feather. I thought Ambrosia was one of a kind. Looks like they went that way. These chocobos aren't going down without a fight.
We got you cornered, Feathers. You didn't think you'd seen the last of us, did you? You've been bad for business. But I reckon someone will pay good coin to mount your head on their wall.
Not around here, they won't.
Oh. And why's that, eh?
Because she's something of a hero in these parts. You hurt her, and I hurt you.
Piss off. Or better still, how about we hurt you both?
All right then. But don't say I didn't warn you. I needed that. Enough. You're safe now. White Heart, I presume. Do you know her, boy? That scar. It couldn't be. Ambrosia. It is you. You survived. And you found yourself a flock.
Oi! Is it over? I thought I'd come and see how... Oh, you sorted. And the whole
Thankfully, they did. And not only that.
Well, I'll be. I never stopped to think our hero here might once have been someone's mount. Though I dare say she'd suit a fine fellow like yourself. Reckon our feathered friend must have learned a thing or two from... Bird like her would have cost a princely sum.
Well,
Oh, no, sorry, I didn't mean to...
What is...
She wants her master back. Told you. And it...
Is that it?
Well, bugger me if this ain't a heartwarming sight. The lads down the stables will be hearing about this tonight. Oh, stay... Doesn't she cut an handsome figure, eh?
She does indeed. How much do I owe you?
Ah, if you go, I'll be sad to see her go, of course. Don't you worry. You hear that, White Heart? You've heard... You seem awful familiar now. That's it. When those chocobos swarmed my cart on the road, didn't you, No. No, that can't be right. That fellow was a bearer.
Must have been my double.
Oh, must have been, eh? Oh, that'll be the excitement getting to me. Silly sod that I am. Pay me no mind. Anyhow, best be on my way.
You take care of your flock for now. I'll call you when I need you. Let's go. Where's Gav?
Gav should be back by now.
I hear there's trouble in those areas.
Those men didn't hurt Martha, did they?
Is it business? Oh.
I'm thankful you got that much. It'd better all be here. Finished, are you?
You think it's all right to touch him?
Clive?
Nah.
You've forgotten already, because I haven't. Still. Not Sancfordian, do you? And?
Chocobo, Chocobo, why can't you fly? What good are your wings?
If Martha's gonna get back on her feet, she'll need our help. Whether she wants it or not.
But none of the curse breakers have returned.
They'll be fine.
Ah, Clive! Oh, I've missed that scowl.
Where's my report?
What, no kind words for your old pal Gav?
If it's kind words you're after, you're fishing in the wrong barrel. Now sit down, you fool.
So, you remember how quick the Empire was to occupy the Dominion after the fall of Drake's head? And how pissed off all the other nations were that they didn't think to do it first?
Half a century of independence gone at the whim of a madman. So much for their bloody treaty.
Clearly, the promise of unblighted land and the world's supply of crystals was too much for his radiance to resist. And now the Republic's finally decided to follow suit, using liberation as an excuse to declare war on Sambrek. Lined up right outside the Dominion's gates as we speak, looking to starve the Imperials into submission.
And now all eyes are on the Strait of Author.
Well, the two nations beat their shields. The rest sharpen their daggers, ready to set upon the war-weary victor. They'll never see us coming. It's time we moved on the Mother Crystals. Four Mother Crystals remain in Storm and Ash. Drake's Breath near Ironhome. Drake's Fang in Dhalmekia. Drake's Spine in Waloed. And Drake's Tail here in the Crystalline Dominion.
With the bulk of the Republican army marching to Twinside, Drake's Fang will be left exposed.
That is exactly the move Kupka would anticipate. And if there is anything these past 5 years have taught us, is that he loves his traps. There is one place, however, where nobody will be expecting us to go.
Drake's Breath.
There's a shitload of sea between us and it, and I've never been much of a swimmer.
I have an acquaintance in Port Isolde who may be able to help.
Who's that then?
My uncle, Byron Rossfield.
Lord Byron Rossfield of the Seven High Houses, the trade magnate with holdings in over 100 cities. Wait. Rossfield. And you're a Rossfield, of course.
My uncle's name gave him his start in the world, but it was his acumen which earned him his fortune. Along with a handsome fleet of ships.
Well, it's settled then. What are we waiting for, eh? Huh?
What are we waiting for, indeed?
I think it's all right to touch him.
That broom's as ragged as it goes. Ah, my favorite pupil. Don't let me keep you.
So Martha's all right.
Yep.
What's the matter? The hunt ball? It's where the... Just because they can't... Right. The people of Elastic, perhaps.
How are you doing? Anything catch your eye? Always something, in there?
Oh, Clark.
The patrons' wishes...
Oh, no. I still can... Your benefactors are a generous lot. Here you are. All yours. All done?
Doesn't sound like anywhere is safe.
Sure Martha's all right.
Yep. Others weren't so lucky, though.
That broom's as ragged as goat's locks. I hear there's trouble in Rosaria.
You think it's all right to touch him? Won't be long now, Martel. Sid,
Is everything all right?
oh, yeah, it's just
It's good to know there's something of the old hideaways.
Martel's pride and joy. I took it on, you see, after she... Well, after she... And not only is it ready, it's actually tasty.
Impressive.
I thought this first harvest could go to the curse break. You couldn't take them some, could you?
It'll be nice being the bearer.
Oh, thanks, you always had a soft... Here you go. You hear that, Martel?
Did you come through the forge today? It smells like a still. Would explain blacksmith.
And you say Sid built this place? Perhaps they're old enough for the census. There was a time I only had eyes for Otto. But then I saw the light, and his name is Cole.
That way he looks. They say removing a brand is almost as painful as getting one.
Once the Dalmecs have laid siege to the Dominion, very little will be leaving Twinside.
You two look like you could use something to eat.
Martel. Now, where have I...
Weren't she the girl from the furrow?
Of course she was.
Aye, and brave as a bane man.
Please aren't she a bit...
A gift from the backyard.
Blimey, these take me back. Old Sid, he didn't have them right from...
That sounds like the Sid.
Planning on keeping that lot to yourselves? Hang on. These aren't mine. I'm glad to see someone carried on what she started. Can't have been easy, not in the Deadlands. Reckon she'd be happy knowing all her hard work didn't go... Clive, tell the lad down in the backyard to run some up.
Well, you can leave the basket with me. I'll see that the others...
That was the last of the apples. I should head to the backyard and pass along everyone's regards. curse break. They were clearly very...
They remembered her. I suppose she was very... She put everything when she died.
And through...
Oh,
by the way...
of course. They like your fruit, Martin.
This tunnel here pulls the black from the lake water and renders it cool. You'll have to ask Mid if you want to know how it works, though.
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
I needed his eyes and nose in Dhalmekia. I'm not about to let Kupka take us unawares. Besides, he has a knack for that sort of thing.
That he does.
And wasn't it Sid who said that matters such as these are best left to dominance? Especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
I always knew that I would return one day. Return to Ironhome.
For what?
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past. If I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
We will face it together then.
To the end.
Come on.
How far do you think your mother's reach extends? Will we find the same tragedy in the south as we did at Martha's Rest?
More than likely. Which is why we should hurry. There are still many settlements between here and Port Isolde. We visit as many as we can and hear their stories. Starting with the village of Amber.
Fly, Ambrosia. Mockery of justices.
Quiet, you! I think we're loyalists.
Jill, look.
Rosaria must be cleansed of the stain which befouls her, that she might rise once again from the ashes to welcome a new dawn. 'Twould be a pity to make examples of you all for the transgressions.
Of course, your lordship.
What business could the Black Shields have in a village this small?
Then they must be here for something.
You fancy dancing a gallows jig like the miller's son?
You're a long way from home, aren't you? You won't be disappointed. There you are.
Excuse me.
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble. There have been attacks on the garrison, supplies stolen. They even say a Black Shield was murdered. The Empire wants out.
Don't they just?
Keep your ears open, eh? You'd have to be dull as a sack of stones to think you could take on the Empire. What with their 100 full legions?
100? I heard it were 1,000.
Word is, poor Isolde's closed her gates.
You seen them?
I'm sorry.
The Black Shield. At least I think there was a Black Shield.
Was this the first time they...
What do you think?
If only we were. I might have turned him in and become a black...
You don't think these firebrands the Empire is looking for could be us, do you?
I don't know. But we need to find out. Greetings, friend.
I know that.
We couldn't help noticing those Imperial souls.
Don't you go telling these I speak for the people of this village. You are to leave Amber.
May I at least...
I don't know who you are or what brings you. The Empire is a harsh master. Its demands are great, and its justice swift. But as long as we keep our heads down and pay our tributes, we are left alone. Some might call it submission. But if it will spare my people the Viceroy's wrath, then I will gladly submit. This village will not become an...
Then we shall be on our way. These people live with a knife to their throats. In the mistaken belief that if they cooperate, my mother will show them mercy.
Obedience bought with fear.
Are you all right?
Sorry, It's nothing. We still don't know who the Black Shields are looking for.
Well, whoever they are, the Imperials deem them worth pursuing to the back of beyond. But other than Martha, who else in Rosari would have the courage to stand against the Empire? A new ally would certainly be welcome. Can we find them before the Imperials do? Perhaps the next village will yield more answers.
Perhaps.
Faster!
This pass will take us through the mountains.
And directly into the path of whoever or whatever lurks here.
Ever since the apology, we've seen more and more of these echoes.
What do you think is waiting them? The Mother Crystal's collapse?
I have an idea. You're not going to like it.
Fly, Ambrosia.
More of my mother's men. Too slow. Good girl. Faster! That's better. Enough of you, are there? Thanks, Gal.
Blood, Clive.
And still wet.
You were told to stay in your homes.
The Black Shields.
You know who we are. And still, you would bear your steel. Why then, we owe you our thanks. You have said to dwell in darkness, that we may purge the...
Say that again. I'll show you a true shield Brazilia. Tell me what I want. Who are you?
Your friend. They await you in Ordeal. Guardians of the Flame.
Those are Old Hill's gates.
Then we hurry. find something, boy. Death.
Oh, found her.
This was my mother's doing.
But why? Why would anyone...
I don't know. I never truly understood her. But this...
Oh, Clive.
I will learn what madness drives her, and I will end it. We should go.
Yes.
We can't leave them here like this.
We won't. But if the Black Shields have made it this far south, they may already be in Port Isolde.
We're approaching Buick Bridge. Though I doubt the Empire would let us cross over to Rosalith. Back to the stables, girl.
Didn't happen to come by way of Oldhill, did you? Saw some Imperials clad in black making for the docks just the other day.
They're all Rosarian.
But this is their home.
I'm hungry.
Don't go thinking you'll find refuge in the houses outside Port Isolde. The place is a wretched hide of thieves.
Ready, go?
Yeah!
The Lazarus. What happened to this place?
My mother happened. The nobles who lived here didn't stand a chance. Let's hope my uncle fared better. That's the main gate. And it looks like we're not the only ones hoping to get in.
Let us pass! My children are starving! Have mercy!
Voice-ridden dogs they are! You can't ignore us forever!
Let us in, or we'll die on your doorstep!
Better out there than in here!
Oh, get enough
Fuck off!
Hang the chinless bastards! Those crystals belong to us all!
I said, where were you, filth?
Back to your sties!
Cut you down where you stand!
Destroy it!
No chance of slipping through unnoticed. We'll need to find another way in. I thought we might be able to reason with the guards. Or at least bribe them.
I suspect everyone in that crowd thought the same. Was that the only way in?
Officially, yes. Strictly speaking, no. My uncle once told me that the nobles had tunnels built, so that they could visit town without having to walk amongst the rabble. The Lazarus. We'll find our way into the city.
If you're sure. Do you think it's safe?
As long as it is abandoned.
The good news is we haven't seen a single black shield since Old Hill.
Maybe they found who they were looking for. This is nothing like I remember it.
How quickly a crown can lose its luster.
Not abandoned, then.
Oi! Visitors!
Apologies. We'll show ourselves out. Or not.
I've only ever seen one man fight like that. And he's long dead.
Then perhaps it's time you joined him.
The blessing of the Phoenix. It can't be. I was there when you died. Huh? Forgive me, my lord. I knew not whom I addressed. You have naught to fear from us. Founder, it really is you.
It is. So wait.
We can speak inside.
And those who wouldn't bend the knee?
We left before the Empire could make examples of us, though we didn't go far. And we banded together to form the Guardians of the Flame soon after. Alas, There is only so much a handful of aging shields can do against the might of an empire. But we've seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant. Of late, though, we've had our hands full just trying to keep the Duchy's few remaining bearers out of the Imperial's clutches.
The Cullings. We saw what happened in Old Hill.
Aye, the foul work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
You mean my mother? But it doesn't make sense. Even knowing what I know about her. Her hatred for bearers was no secret, but she wouldn't have been ignorant of their value to the realm.
No offense, my lord, but in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about the realm. She barely even cares for her own home. That much has been plain since the slaughter at Eastpool. And, since granting the Holy Emperor a new heir, her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown. As to why, I don't know. Maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having the power to challenge her beloved son.
Her son?
Sir Wade, the Black Shields have broken camp. They march in full force for Buick Bridge.
Then so do we.
Make ready.
This is their main host. If we remove the head, perhaps we can prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else. If I do nothing, then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
Yours and ours. We too have witnessed the crimes these men who dare call themselves shields have committed in my mother's name. It cannot be allowed to continue. We must put a stop to this madness.
We must. So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
I was hoping you'd say that. Very well. If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your side.
And we at yours.
So, Wade, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
I imagine this endeavor will require more than just our wits.
Then let's hope Sir Wade has a good quartermaster.
Archduke's son.
What is it you require? May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
Tell us then, Sir Wade. What is your plan?
Nothing fancy. You, Lady Jill and I make sensing an opportunity to end the Guardians. The Black Shields will call for reinforcements, who will be met from the rear by parties of my brothers hidden throughout the surrounding hills. This will allow us to wage battle on the bridge without fear of being overwhelmed. While the Black Shields have an advantage in numbers, you see, they prefer to fight in small units, which we can use to our advantage.
How small exactly?
Small enough, now that I have you and Lady Jill for company.
But until we arrived, that was your plan.
So wait. The bearers from Old Hill have been laid to rest.
Very good. Now make...
As you command.
Thank you, Sir Wade. Perhaps now they will find peace.
There is but one thing which will grant them peace. Putting an end to the Black Shields.
And so we shall.
We'll keep them from the...
May the blessing of the Phoenix go with you.
How long have you been pursuing the Black Shields?
Since they burned their first village. We tracked down the bastards responsible and fed their corpses to Stillwind. Suffice to say, that got their attention. It's been a game of cat and mouse ever since.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Sideways.
Come along now.
Bastards are lucky I did.
There they are. On your command, my lord.
Guess we're all ready.
What is it now? I told you! We bear a message for the Vicereine. From the Guardians of the Flame. Ha! You presume to tell us that a pair of filthy vagabonds, a woman and a dog, could guard aught against the might of the Black Shields? Then come! Die along with your flame! For Azaria!
For Azaria!
Your petty revolution ends here. On these our swords we swear. Bloody hell! Reinforcements from the far bank!
Another wyvern to fight their battles for them.
The Imperials aren't taking any chances. I can't say I'm flattered.
Over here!
Get him!
A noble stand, albeit a misguided one. In taking it, you have but proven our point. That this land is in dire need of cleansing.
Get him!
There's no one left to keep them occupied. We need to finish this.
We finish him. Let's try.
I don't see any more.
Nor do I. The plan worked.
It did. It bloody worked. We sent every last one of the rock.
Perhaps this will be enough to stop.
Perhaps. Though I doubt she'll move swiftly to see her minion.
And then it will all... I often wonder if the nation we once knew is gone. Her fields rot. We battled to preserve the flame that was, but for every foe we fell, another springs up in its place. Yet be that as it may, it is still our home, and we must fight for it, as we always have, and always will. For as long as the Firebird's flame burns in our hearts, the Duchy cannot die, and her loyal subjects may...
So wait, I...
Think we should fall back to Port Isolde before a sound strategy might...
And how long has my uncle been funding you and your comrades' endeavors?
Since the beginning. And had I known of this tunnel back then, I wouldn't almost have...
I suppose a formal request for an audience.
And appearances. Were the Vice-Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron's involvement in our movement, where he would be of no use. And so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the... It is why he remains ever vigilant.
Then I will have to think of a way to prove that I am...
I might have something which... It's the mark of the Guardians.
I shall wear it with...
Be sure that you do. I don't. If only Sir Tyler could have been here to see you.
Thank you, Sir Wayne. If there is ever anything you need...
I know. Go on now, my lord.
How accommodating. Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance. Right, I guess. My uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. And means to string us up himself.
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit. Clive Rosefield died long ago. And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue! You would mock me as well?
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to Her Serene Holiness, Saint Sybil the Unshod. Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
Curse thee, infectious flax wench. Even in death, must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once more.
Bravo, Uncle. You're still the finest Maddo in the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you. You always were fond of that scene from The Saint in the Sanctuary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But, Uncle...
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit. See that you use the good plates, Rutherford. So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
A monster?
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother. All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. And besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
Your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
Let's say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing. The one thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Sid. You were always such a good boy, but now you're quite the outlaw. Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Right then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass. This will be fun.
Over there. Go on.
She's a fine ship, isn't she?
Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustinus in the space of 3 days.
Something on your mind?
Monsters. When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice. Because once they learned that the lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could. And so I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all. I had become a monster.
Jill.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand? I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
And when you do, I'll be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
Thank you, Clive. I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
Just promise me that you won't die with it. Now, let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others. Only the Founder knows what awaits us in the Iron Kingdom. But Vivian could probably make an educated guess.
Typical nobles.
Back again, Lord Rosfield. I'm touched that you should find me such good company.
It is not your company, but your counsel that I seek on this occasion.
Ever the charmer. What will it be today?
The Iron Kingdom.
You'll soon be setting sail for Drake's, the mother crystal that rise. There was a time when... As you know, the Iron Kingdom rules over the islands to the west of Storm. Or rather, its church does. But this is not the pragmatic approach to state religion employed by the Holy Empire to manipulate the masses. No, the Iron Kingdom is the literal embodiment of the crystalline orthodoxy. And so, if one is to understand it, one must start there. As the name implies, the orthodoxy holds the Mother Crystal sacred, and they do not take kindly to heathens plundering the objects of their worship for the means to fill washtubs and light lamps with frivolous feats of magic. Indeed, the faithful consider ether a sinful thing, a poison no less. And to them, a dominant is an instrument of evil, albeit one they have proven only too happy to turn against their enemies. Some 80 years ago in Northern Storm, Drake's eye collapsed. Soon after, in pursuit of ether and with the Blight at their backs, the Northern Territories descended upon the Grand Duchy of Rosaria. And when the Shields of the Flame marched north to meet them, the Iron Kingdom spied an opportunity. A few short days later, the Crusaders landed on the island of Mount Justanus, home of Drake's breath, and plucked it from the Duchy's grasp. Rosaria tried to reclaim it, of course, but to no avail. I doubt more than a handful of Duchy men have set foot on its shores in your lifetime. Nor are they like to again, under the Empire's stewardship, meaning the Iron Blood will keep their island, and with it, the foothold they need to march on mainland soil when next they spy an opportunity. The Mother Crystal is both the object of the Iron Blood's worship and their gateway to the continent, making Drostanus the holiest of from which...
My father had things in...
But instead, I'd say...
But... not much else to do here. Let's see if Jill's ready.
Here for another of my lectures? One would think. I admit... a far more my beloved homeland. Or at least... Allow me to educate you. I have the details here. Study it well, Clive. Thus ends today's lesson.
I could have sworn we had
It will be over soon.
You ready?
I think so.
Jill. When you told me you had to come to terms with your past, you weren't talking about destroying Drake's breath, were you?
No. I spoke of Imran, the leader of the Crystalline Orthodox. The man who made me do all those unspeakable things. I'm going to kill him. It's what I need to do to put the past behind me. What I need to move forward. And I know that I can do it. If you're there beside me.
Always.
And I'll be beside you, too. We'll bring down the Mother Crystal together. All while Sid looks on.
We'll make him proud.
Typical nobles, cowering behind their walls.
There are new billets being posted every...
Clive!
Is something wrong?
It's Blackthorn. And if I'm honest, he ain't been... Normally, it only takes... Something's getting him down. It's like he's lost his... I'm thinking he might, if...
Fine. If you think it will help. But if he doesn't...
All right, now, wait a bit, then head over when you're ready.
I could have sworn we had a few more.
That monster's taken quite a liking to Lady Karen.
What's it got to do with...
August was worried that something had been weighing on. I thought you might want to...
Did you now? I told you not to stick your...
Clive just wants to help, innit? Talk to him. You never know, you might feel better for getting it all out in the open. Please, mate. I'm worried about you.
Phil shut you up. It's nothing really. Stupid. Not the sort of thing you bother people about.
Why don't you tell us all the same?
Karen and I have an arrangement. Anyway, the other day, she shows me a cuirass she's come by. Made my stuff look like every clumsy shit. I should have bought the bastard thing there and then just to study it, but I was too proud. There. You got what you came for.
All right. I always thought of old Blackthorn as a bit of a force of nature. Didn't think anything could rattle him. Least of all a stupid piece of leather.
Blackthorn's always taken pride in his craft. Questioning it means something tells me this is only going to get worse. If he has doubts, it will affect his work, which will only add to his problems. We need to nip this in the bud.
I couldn't agree more.
He said he should have bought that cuirass, assuming you're happy to.
Too bloody right I...
Glad to hear it. First things first, then. We need to speak to Karen. Karen, Blackthorn mentioned...
And he ain't been him...
Sorry, so didn't think Blackthorn carried it nicely. Axel is...
You don't know where we might find...
Like I said, we don't trust hunters.
I see.
He did tell me some, apparently.
Here, there's a griffin on the hunt board. Now where the bleed...
Thank you, Karen.
At least you admit.
So, it sounds like going after that griffin.
I'll leave the hunting to you while you get on with that.
Good idea. I didn't take you from...
Oh, this? I borrowed it. Oh, where's this sent from Spit?
If it's...
Well, I'm not... But you're made of...
Something to...
Fantastic!
So...
the only... A beast.
Does the book say anything?
Well, only that the...
Roses. One of the butchers in...
I could have sworn we had a few more.
Damn.
Is...
Aside from the whole...
The lake water doesn't...
That's one way. That slur... Assuming we... Doubt the old...
Of course I will. Your skiff is up.
Well, to make... Now, Andy...
Sounds easy. Thank you for sticking with us.
Those of us who are still here have to look after each other, don't we?
Everything she's done for us.
Oh. Unwanted vi.
You're lucky, Stitchin, even if
Do the.
I dare.
Thank you.
Stay sharp.
After what the... If I did to Martha's lot, I'd be daft to stay.
Don't you go causing any trouble now.
Let's go.
Run like the wind. Scorpions. At least I know what I'm up against.
Over here! Get him! Over here! Over here! This one. Get him! Get him! Over here! All yours, Torgal!
I better get this back to Yvonne before it goes bad. Easier than felling a forest, I said. Trees don't have teeth.
Over here! This one! Kill!
I can't imagine Obelisk needing any more than this. Time to head home.
Keep them pilchers nice and chill.
Look at this place.
Fly, Ambrosia. Be safe.
Company.
That's what I think it is. This isn't gonna be easy.
Over here! Get him! Over here!
Rest well. I know I will. Good girl.
Faster!
Did you
I didn't.
Marvelous!
You wouldn't be wrong.
I present Chance's Stew, risen once again from the ashes of obscurity. Grab a spoon, Sid.
I'm
Well, it'll be too... Odin's teeth, and yet... It takes a moment to recover. I must share this gift. A single mouthful.
I could have sworn we had a few more. Typical nobles.
Well, find is one. Ugh. I'll go. Yeah. Time to fight.
Good day. Sid.
The crystals we get from the tail are all but worthless.
You haven't much, but you're free to look. You're always welcome here in Lostwing.
Ready, go? Let's go.
It's the same as the one back at the hideaway. Doesn't seem to be working, though.
Come on. Yeah!
Griffins don't exactly make for easy prey. Let's hope our craftsman hasn't bitten off more than he can chew. You deserve a rest. The work will have to wait.
Vogel, look sharp.
Is something there, boy? Could that be our man? Are you all right?
That griffin caught me before I...
More likely than not.
Their name's Camille.
Not so lowly from... Do you remember selling to a merchant?
Bought a cuirass from me after I didn't stop her bot.
It's not her who...
Well...
You should be.
Blacksmiths are proud folk, and I dearly love to... Actually...
What is it?
Treated leather. Same stuff. If your man's as skilled...
You sure?
Well, and thanks to you, I'll be going home with all the griffin hide. Short of showing him how to make the thing myself, that is.
In that case?
I'd be much obliged. Right. I've got some greaves to make. You send your blacksmith.
Will do. Hopefully this will sweeten Blackthorn's mood.
That monster's taken quite a liking to Lady
And with a bit of luck. How'd it go, Clive? Did you find him?
I found him. And he asked me to give you this.
You're joking.
He said he wouldn't teach you how to work, but that if you were as skilled as you sounded, you'd have no trouble understanding how it was done.
So that's his secret. Crafty bastard. He's layered and cross-grained it. Good few times, too. No wonder it's tough. And that's no ordinary oil he's used to get that finish. Oh, this is...
Yeah? I'll take your word for it. Here, Clive.
Camille,
I thought there ain't many leather workers in the realm daft enough to do. Turns out he's from Tabor, but our friend Camille guards a long-held family.
Then we better keep this close.
Listen, sorry for putting still. I'm glad.
That was the idea. Clive's idea, anyway.
It's good to have you back.
Just don't expect me to go to... There's a reason he does his own hunting. He knows exactly what I... And don't get me started on how much oil. I reckon I can make something about as good. Something a curse breaker will have no trouble. Anyway, enough narrowing.
Looks like we won't be needing a new blacksmith.
As if there was a better one out. I wouldn't have been the same anyway. No one spins a yarn. Right, now that's sorted. Thanks, Clive.
Back, are ya? What do you want? And how am I meant to do that then? And?
Useful trick. Freezing and thawing the spray to make mist. How did you learn to use your powers like this?
The Masters made me do it. When the Crusaders took to the seas, to keep the fleet's movements from prying eyes. I'm fine.
No, you're not.
This may be the only chance I get to go back. My only chance to put things right. I have to do this. Whatever the cost.
All right.
There she is. The Iron Kingdom's Mother Crystal.
Drake's breath. Strong currents, sharp rocks, and ether floods. Let's not forget them. This island is a natural fortress.
But safety breeds complacency. Allowing a single rowing boat to slip in unseen. The sanctuary is inside the mountain. If we follow the old trail, we should be able to enter by the back gate.
Right. Let's go. I always imagined when I came here it would be to reclaim it.
It used to belong to Rosaria, didn't it?
Once, though it's been in the Ironblood's clutches for far too long.
As was I. For 13 years, this rock was my home. I know its secrets only too well. This path was abandoned after an ether flood. They don't guard it anymore.
The perfect little shortcut. They're all Akashic.
These blood must have spread. It was never as bad as this before. And the only way past them is through.
Too slow. Was that an earthquake?
They happen all the time. That wasn't even a bad one. It's nothing to worry about.
This one.
Old Arboretum's just up ahead. We'll enter the caves from there. Look at this place. What a mess.
Wait. Nothing a shield of Rosaria can't handle. Just like old times. Be sure to keep clear of its wall.
Believe me, I mean to. That's foul.
Don't breathe it in. Nice try. Nice try.
Press on.
Yes. It's like a furnace in here.
We're inside the volcano. You get used to the heat, though I don't remember it being quite this hot.
Was that one cause for concern?
It was. And they're getting bigger. Something's
Is there no other way across? close.
Come on!
Let's not do that again.
No. Let's not. They don't look too tough.
Perhaps not alone, but in numbers like these.
Drake's breath.
We're nearly at the oratory.
What the hell is that?
I have absolutely no idea.
Well, whatever it is, I don't think it's friendly.
One of the demons. But they never leave the lava.
If I didn't know better, I think this volcano was about to erupt.
Why attack us then? They're peaceful creatures.
Then this one must be the exception.
All yours, Drogo!
Are you hurt?
Just hot. Thank you.
Quite a commotion our friend made. Let's hope the guards didn't hear it.
The gate to the inner chambers is just up there. Then we make for the sanctuary. I need to finish this. Before the heat finishes me.
Hear, hear.
We'll enter the Comric by the Handmaiden's living quarters. It was always a hive of activity.
Sounds like we'll have a hard time staying out of sight.
We won't have to. There's someone there I should very much like to see.
Lady Marley. It's me. By the mother. Jill, it can't be. It is, my lady. We cannot talk here. Come with me. I'm so glad you're safe. And I you. Why ever would you risk coming back? Are you a fool, girl? Or have you grown tired of your freedom already?
Forgive me, my lady. But I had to come back. There are things I left undone. Tell me, where is the Patriarch?
At this hour, he'll be in the Comric, giving thanks.
You mean... Oh, fiend! Clive, we have to get to the sanctuary. Now. Lady Marley, you must flee this place, gather your things, and go.
Now listen here, Jill.
We have company.
This way. Follow this passage. It leads straight to the Comric. Go on, stop dawdling.
Thank you. You were always so kind to me. My light in the darkness. Take care, my lady, please. You deserve better than this. A long and happy life, promise me.
I'll live if you promise to do the same.
Come on, Clive. We're nearly at the comwreck.
All right.